Yeah, I love him. I love having his support. You know what I'm saying? His support is like very, very different from what I've had in the past, and how he speaks to me and stuff is very different. There you go. We deserve each other.
Pause what you're doing.
The conversation surrounding Claressa Shields and Papoose has grown far beyond ordinary celebrity gossip. What began as a few clips and scattered observations online has now turned into a full-scale discussion about priorities, public image, relationships, and professional responsibility. Across social media, people are no longer speaking in terms of rumors alone. Instead, they are piecing together timelines, appearances, travel records, social media posts, and public behavior to form conclusions that continue to fuel non-stop debate. The reason this situation has attracted so much attention is because many people believe the details line up too closely to ignore. According to the timeline circulating online, Claressa Shields was originally expected to remain in Atlanta for an important promotional event connected to Salita Promotions. She had reportedly spent days publicly supporting the event, participating in interviews, promotional appearances, and media obligations meant to build momentum around the fight card. Her involvement appeared serious and highly visible. Fans and media outlets alike viewed her as one of the major faces attached to the promotion. For nearly an entire week, her schedule and public messaging suggested she was fully committed to the event. Every appearance reinforced the idea that she intended to be heavily involved from beginning to end. She appeared focused, professional, and invested in helping elevate the promotion. Because of that, people were surprised when reports began circulating that she had abruptly changed plans. Rather than staying in Atlanta to complete those responsibilities, she reportedly traveled to New York to attend a concert. The sudden shift immediately drew attention online because it happened at the peak of the promotional cycle. This was not viewed as a quiet personal decision made behind closed doors. It became public almost instantly through photos, footage, and social media discussions. Once the information spread, online users began comparing timelines and asking questions about why such a dramatic change happened at the last moment. What intensified the situation further was the fact that Papoose was reportedly present at the same event. That detail transformed the story from a simple scheduling conflict into something people began interpreting emotionally and symbolically. Social media users quickly focused on body language, seating positions, visible interactions, and the overall atmosphere captured in circulating clips. Interestingly, many viewers pointed out that there did not appear to be significant public interaction between the two during the event itself. That absence became one of the most discussed aspects of the entire situation. Online commentary shifted away from the concert and toward what people believed the footage revealed emotionally. Instead of discussing who attended the show, people began analyzing who stood near whom, who looked engaged, and who appeared distant. For many observers, the optics mattered more than the actual event. The conversation became less about entertainment and more about priorities. Critics questioned why someone would leave a major professional obligation only to appear at a highly visible social setting where every movement would inevitably be examined online. Supporters, however, argued that public figures are still human beings entitled to private choices and personal freedom. Still, the timing remained the biggest talking point. Because the promotional event had already been publicly emphasized for days, the decision to travel elsewhere created the impression that personal interests may have overtaken professional commitments. Whether that interpretation is fair or not, it became the dominant narrative online. As the footage spread, internet users began revisiting earlier moments involving both individuals. Previous appearances, interviews, and social media activity were pulled back into circulation as people attempted to identify patterns. What may have once seemed like isolated moments were suddenly being reframed as pieces of a larger ongoing story. One of the strongest claims circulating online is that this may not be an isolated incident at all. According to various online discussions, similar situations allegedly occurred during Papoose's birthday weekend. Social media users claimed that Claressa Shields traveled to be around him and attended gatherings connected to people in his inner circle. However, critics online argued that there appeared to be emotional and social distance between public appearances and actual inclusion within the family environment. Some reports claim she stayed separately while Papoose spent most of his time with close relatives and longtime connections. Online commentators interpreted that alleged separation as symbolic. To them, it suggested that physical presence does not automatically equal emotional closeness or official inclusion. That interpretation led many people to frame the situation not as a clearly defined relationship, but as something far more uncertain. According to this viewpoint, one side appears highly visible and emotionally invested while the other remains more private, reserved, or undefined. Whether accurate or not, that perceived imbalance has become central to the online conversation. Critics on social media argue that when only one person appears to publicly reinforce a narrative, audiences naturally begin questioning whether the connection is truly mutual. Some viewers believe the repeated travel, appearances, and public moments indicate emotional pursuit rather than stable certainty. Others believe the entire internet narrative is exaggerated and unfairly invasive. Another layer of the discussion involves resurfaced posts connected to Remy Ma. Older tributes, clips, and archived social media content began circulating again, leading many users to speculate about timelines and emotional reactions. However, some people pointed out that much of the content being reshared may actually be outdated. If true, that changes the interpretation entirely. In that case, what many people currently view as active drama could simply be old memories being recycled into a new narrative by social media audiences hungry for controversy. This possibility has caused some viewers to question whether the internet is reacting to reality or merely reacting to fragments of past events repackaged as current developments. Social media behavior has also become a major point of analysis. Online users have closely examined captions, photos, reposts, and public responses. Some critics claim that certain posts feel highly curated, almost like visual storytelling designed to shape perception. Repeated angles, carefully staged images, dinner photos, and recurring event clips are often described as evidence of intentional narrative building. Meanwhile, others argue that this interpretation says more about internet culture than the individuals involved. In today's digital environment, audiences frequently assign emotional meaning to ordinary actions. A simple post can become proof of insecurity, silence can become evidence of tension, and public appearances can instantly turn into relationship speculation. That broader issue is what makes this situation especially fascinating to many viewers. The discussion is no longer only about Claressa Shields or Papoose themselves. It has become a reflection of how modern audiences consume celebrity lives. Online communities now build entire narratives from timing, reposted footage, missing interactions, and assumptions created through visual interpretation. The video commentary surrounding the situation pushes this idea even further by presenting the controversy as a warning about emotional distraction versus professional discipline. According to the breakdown being circulated online, the larger lesson is not necessarily about romance, but about priorities and focus. The commentary suggests that when emotional decisions begin interfering with structured professional obligations, long-term consequences can follow. Missed opportunities, weakened public image, and disrupted momentum are presented as risks that can emerge when personal attachment overshadows career responsibility. In this framing, the issue becomes symbolic. One side of the narrative represents ambition, career structure, and public expectation, while the other represents emotional movement, uncertainty, and reactive choices. The video repeatedly emphasizes the idea that successful careers require discipline, consistency, and careful management of public perception. Body language analysis also became central to the conversation. According to the commentary circulating online, visible emotional distance at public events spoke louder than captions or explanations. Critics claimed there appeared to be more engagement with surrounding people and activities than with each other directly. Whether viewers are interpreting those moments accurately is impossible to confirm, but perception itself has become powerful enough to shape public opinion. At the same time, many people argue that the internet has become far too comfortable constructing emotional narratives from incomplete information. A few seconds of footage rarely tell the full story of real relationships, real obligations, or real emotions. Public figures live under constant scrutiny where even ordinary decisions become magnified into headlines and speculation. That is why the final question surrounding this situation remains so important. Are audiences reacting to genuine reality, or are they reacting to a story collectively built through assumptions, timing, and selective interpretation? The answer likely exists somewhere in the middle. Public appearances, travel decisions, and visible interactions naturally influence public perception, especially when celebrities are involved. However, perception is not always equivalent to truth. Social media often fills informational gaps with speculation, and speculation repeated long enough can begin to feel factual even when certainty never truly existed. Ultimately, the situation involving Claressa Shields and Papoose reflects something much bigger than celebrity gossip. It highlights the modern relationship between fame, visibility, and internet culture. Every appearance becomes evidence. Every absence becomes suspicious. Every repost becomes symbolic. In an environment like that, silence can create just as much discussion as direct statements. The ongoing debate also reveals how quickly audiences connect professional decisions with personal assumptions. A missed appearance becomes a statement about priorities. A concert visit becomes emotional evidence. A seating arrangement becomes relationship analysis. Social media has created a world where perception moves faster than clarification. At its core, the viral discussion continues because people are trying to answer questions that may never receive clear public responses. Was the travel decision simply personal scheduling? Was it emotionally motivated? Are online viewers misreading recycled content and incomplete footage? Or is there truly a deeper story unfolding beneath the surface? No matter what the truth ultimately is, one reality remains undeniable. The internet has already transformed the situation into a larger conversation about ambition, emotional attachment, public image, and the dangers of allowing speculation to define reality. And as long as new clips, reposts, and interpretations continue circulating online, the discussion surrounding Claressa Shields and Papoose is unlikely to disappear anytime soon.